All right, year sevens, we have another video now, and this is related to the same exercise, 4L, on page 261. 4L 261. And now we're going to look at question 3. And it reads as follows. There is one mistake in each of the following groups of equivalent ratios. Find the non-equivalent ratio in each group and replace one of its numbers to make the correct ratio. Whoa, there's a lot going on in this question. But let me just highlight that if we just look at A, here's 2 to 8. This is a ratio, right? So 2 parts to 8 parts. Now, I would suggest that you try and make up like a picture in your mind about what 2 to 8 looks like. I would usually draw like or imagine maybe like a cup with some cordial, right? And we've got 2 parts cordial syrup to 8 parts water, right? So like this. Right? And each of them has water. So 3 parts, 4 parts, 5 parts, 6 parts, 7 parts, 8 parts. Can you see that? That there is the water, and this here is the syrup. So 2 parts syrup to 8 parts water. Okay. We have 5 to 20, 4 to 24, 10 to 40, and 5 to 200. We need to identify basically which one is not equivalent. And now equivalent basically means equal in value. Not equal in what they look like, right? They're not identical, just equivalent or equal in value. Let me give you an example. 1 part to 2 parts would be the same as 2 parts to 4 parts. Or 3 parts to 6. Can you see the pattern? 4 parts to 8. 5 parts to 10. The pattern is this. The second number is always double than the first. Right? It's always double. The second number is always double. These are examples of equivalent ratios. They're all equal in value. Okay, so let's look and see what we can do with our actual question here. Now, 2 parts to 8 parts. Is that the same as 5 parts to 20 parts? How can we work this out? What do you think we might want to do? Well, here's what I would suggest we do. What we do is we simplify the smallest fraction that we can find. The smallest fraction that I can find, ratio, is this one here. See how the numbers look like they get bigger and bigger? So let's pick the smallest one and see if we can simplify it. All right, so let's try that. If we simplify 2 to 8, well, I can halve both of these numbers to 1 to 4. Perfect. Okay, so let's go to the next ratio and see if we can simplify it to make it look exactly the same as 1 to 4. Can we do that? Well, we can't halve these numbers. Well, we can halve 20, but we can't halve 5. Can we divide by 3? No, it won't go into 5 or 20. 4? No, won't go into 5. But 5 we can. If we divide 5 by 5, 5 divided by 5 is 1. And then if we divide 20 by 5, well, we get 4. So 2 to 8 is equivalent to 5 to 20 because when you simplify, you get the same ratio. All right, let's keep going with this. 4 to 24. All right. I can halve this to make 2 to 12. And then I can halve it again to make 1 to 6. That was an easy one, wasn't it? Now you can see 1 to 6 is not the same as 1 to 4. So I suspect this will be the odd one out, the one that we have to try and change. Okay. So let's now go to 10 to 40. I can halve this to 5 to 20, but I can just skip and go right to an even easier question or strategy and divide both sides by 10. So 10 divided by 10 will give me 1, and 40 divided by 10 will give me 4. So this is 1 to 4, just like our first two. I suspect now 50 to 200 will be 1 to 4. All right, 50 divided by 50, well, remember, any number divided by itself is 1. But can we divide 200 by 50? Well, let's just count up in 50s to get to 200. So 50, I'm just going to put a line every time I say 50. Another 50 will make 100. Another 50 will make 150. And another 50 will make 200. So 4 lots of 50 go into 200. So that's our ratio. So this is our odd one out. Now, what's the question say again? Let's just zoom out. There we go. Find the non-equivalent ratio, we did, in each group and replace one of its numbers to make a correct ratio. Ooh, okay. So we need to replace one of these numbers to make the answer that when we simplify 1 to 4 instead of 1 to 6. Okay. So 1 to 4, we need to make this answer 1 to 4. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to give myself a little bit more space. Now, technically this is a little bit cheating, but it'll give me a bit more space to help explain to you what's going on. Because I don't have paper to share with you, you do. So let's just go ahead and just rub that out a little bit, a bit tricky. So now we need to get to a solution where our answer is 1 to 4, right? So we just need to change one of these numbers. Okay. I'm thinking that we change this number here. So I'm going to go ahead and just put like that. Now, how do I get from 4 to 1? I basically need to divide by 4, don't I? Because anything divided by itself will give you 1, right? So I'm gonna record my thinking here. So if we divide this number by 4, we get 1. Whatever number is in here, so we know it's not 24, whatever number goes in here, if we divide that number by 4, then we must get 4. Because whatever you do on one ratio, or on one side of the ratio, you've got to do to the other. So I'm thinking it would be, what number divided by 4 gives you 4? Well, it's 16. 16 divided by 4 will give you 4. And so we changed our number to 4 to 16 instead of 4 to 24. And so that's how you do it, okay? So remember, the first step is to simplify all of the ratios. Remember, this was originally 1 to 6, 1 to 4, 1 to 4. Identify the odd ratio out, right? And then change one of the numbers to get the ratio that you're looking for. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.